Now that we have our reusable offers component, we can go ahead and create the received offers and created offers section of our dashboard. Let's start by removing this test code that we've added before. And we will create two new components in our dashboard, the created offers component and the received offers component. We will add our newly created components to our dashboard with a spacer between them. And we remove the unused imports. Let's first take care of our created offers. Instead of the dummy string, we will use our reusable offer component. And we will pass the action in progress parameter. We will set it to false for now. The action label will be canceled in this case because we are working with created offers and want to cancel them. The card title will be created offers. The endpoint used by the offers component will be offers created. We will also define an action callback. And we will also pass a transaction ID, transaction session ID, which we can define above. For now, it will be undefined, and it will be of type string or undefined. Now, we can define our post method. We will make use of useAxios hook again. And that will provide us with a loading state and a cancel offer handler. This will retrieve an iPlane transaction object. We can import that from SDK core. We will add the Axios parameters. In this case, we want to make a post call to the escrow API service. And the endpoint in this case will be offers, cancel, and the method will be post. Since we don't want this call to be made automatically on the amount of the component, we can add some more options in flag manual as true. That means that only when we call the cancel offer method, the post will be made to our API. Now, we can do that when the user clicks cancel on our offer. So we make use of the cancel offer method that we have just defined. And this will give us some data, which we will call plain transaction. And of course, to this we need to pass the offer ID. So since we are using await, this method should be async. So we can use make of the async await features. Now, if we have a plain transaction response, we can go ahead and send the transaction. The send transaction method will return us a session ID. We will use the send transaction method of SDK dApp, so we will import it. This is an async method. And we will pass the transactions. We first need to convert the plain object transaction to a transaction object. Then, we will add the transaction display info, which is the information that it will be displayed in the transaction toast. This is all taken care of by SDK dApp. We can mark this as not redirecting after signing, so we will do this like that. And finally, we can set our transaction session ID. You can also replace the action in progress with the loading state. So, every time the user cancels the transaction, loading will be true, and until the request finishes, we will have action in progress as true as well. This is our created offers component. We don't have any offers created yet. Let's do the same for the received offers. Again, we will start by replacing the dummy content with our reusable offers component. Kind of the same thing, action in progress. We will set it to false in the beginning. We will set the action label as confirm, because this time we accept an offer. We will set the card title to received offers. The endpoint will be set to offers received. And the transaction session ID, which we will need to set in a minute. Same as before, this is a string or undefined. So, we also need to add the action callback. And we need to define our post method. Again, same as before, you will make use of the useAxios hook, which provides us with the loading state. And also allows us to set the method that we want to call manually, in this case, confirm offer. Again, the method will return an iPlane transaction object. Let's import that. Set up Axios options like URL. Again, the escrow API service, And in this case, we will have offers confirm. The method is again post. And of course, the manual flag set to true, because we want to call this method manually. Okay, what's left to be done? It's define our confirm offer handler. So first we will call our confirm offer method, which returns our pass data, which is a plain transaction. You will define it as a plain transaction. So, we'll call the confirm offer with the data of our ID. We check for the plain transaction response. And again, we will send the transaction. We will compose a transaction object from the plain object response. We will add the transaction display info. So, confirm transaction successful. Again, we don't want to redirect after signing. And finally, we set our transaction session ID. And we will replace the in progress with the loading state of our confirm request. Now, as you can see, it looks like we have an error. Let's see why that happens. Go to Network. All right, we have a small typo here. It should be like that. And now we have the received offers. I've already added an offer for this account from another account. And as we can see, we have this offer. Now, in order to take full advantage of SDK DApp, we should add some components to our app.tsx. And these components are the transactions toast list and signed transaction modals. So we can do that by simply adding them above the router provider. We should also import them. And now, We have taken full advantage of the SDK dApp transaction session, and we are sending. Now, if we confirm, the MultiversX wallet will open, and we will send one NFT in order to accept the value of 1 MEX.